Hello, welcome back. My name is Alicia Clark-Teper. I am here on the channel Sunshine and Magic 123, and this is another episode of 40 Days Healing is Often Done in Silence. What I wanted to talk to you about today was I mentioned functional medicine or nutrition response testing in my last video, and I wanted to touch more on that. I stumbled upon functional medicine and it has been a game changer in my life. And the reason that I can attest to that is when I first found the nutrition response testing doctor that I had been working with, I was suffering from a severely sensitive gut. And I say severely sensitive because if I was riding in the car and I would go over railroad tracks, that kind of jarring action would hurt my body, would hurt, and it would not feel good. And I would just have to like brace myself and endure those bumps and those things. And that was in my lower gut. And so I first met this doctor as a chiropractor for my dog. And then I was sitting in her office and there was all of these vials and all of these different things. And I'm a curious person. So I asked about them and she began explaining functional medicine. And then I signed up, and the first time you go in, you have a longer visit and they test you and they track some things but what functional medicine is that it is your body speaking about what it needs. And so the way that they do that is they muscle test you. And so basically your hand is up in the air and they test against it, and the resistance that it has equates to what you need. And then they find one of the supplements over on the wall, they put it on your body, and then they test you again and see which supplement is going to help you to build up that organ system within your body that is deficient. One of the things about our body is that it regenerates itself. It is said every 7 years. The part I find very fascinating about that is our teeth. How do our teeth regenerate every 7 years without us noticing that? But anyway, the idea is that throughout that, we are building things in our body and releasing things. And so as we take these supplements, which are tested against our body to determine what is needed at the time, allows us to build up those foundational systems that are lacking. And so in talking with the doctor about my gut, what it turns out was, and I fused together, was that my gut was not in alignment with or I should say, my bathroom timing was not in alignment with my parental energy comings and goings. And so there was a creation of an enzyme that lodged itself in my liver that created a disconnect between my brain and my gut. And so as we worked on alleviating that enzyme that was in my liver and flushing that out and allowing that organ to build itself with the essential blocks that it needs of the correct supplements, it then created a newer, more aligned and regenerated organ for myself. And so then all of a sudden, after, and it takes probably a solid 6 months before you actually feel into the changes. And I can say that sometimes it gets worse before it gets better. But in knowing this, part of doing this is keeping a food journal. Part of it is so that you can realize when you have things that are not in alignment in your body. But it's also figuring out which systems are overloaded. And so as you keep your food journal and you take your supplements, your body regenerates in a way that allows it to be stronger. And so after the course of about a year or a year and a half of working on my liver, I can definitively say that I can pound on my lower abdomen like that and it does not hurt me. That was not something for the first 40 so years of my life that I could say I could do or happen and not feel terrible from. And so then that doctor got a little too busy for my comfort level, and so I found a second one. And now I experienced over this course of 2022 to 2022, especially right during this the Taurus eclipse, I experienced thyroid issues. Go figure. Taurus rules the thyroid, and my first test was non-existently low. My second test was off the charts high, and I got a little pat on the shoulder and told that I had thyroiditis, which is just an erratic thyroid, and check back in 6 months. And I was like, that's not the way that I operate. I want to go after the underlying cause and not just look at what a test says in the symptoms. And I know with thyroid medication, you're on it for life. So I then went to my functional medicine doctor, got tested, and she, within her testing, she figured out that it wasn't actually my thyroid, it was the pituitary, which is what controls the thyroid. And so we've been working on that. Well, now I've just released, I was on like 10 different supplements. I'm now down to 5. And so 6 months in and receiving the benefits from it, allowing myself to thrive in new ways, and coming into alignment again with my body. It is always a journey. Our body is always speaking to us. And when we listen to it, it then feels so much better in our world, and we can become in greater alignment with what it has to say. So if you have any questions about functional medicine or nutrition response testing, and you want to know more, or have questions about the process that it does, please reach out. I would be more than happy to talk about it. It has been something that has been foundationally changing in my life, and definitively not something that I speak of from a soapbox, but I strongly tell everyone to go and have a session and see how your body is reacting, and how you can enhance it, and take the supplements that allow you to strengthen the organs from the inside, as opposed to taking prescriptions that just mask the root cause and create more symptoms. So with that, I hope that this portion of my healing journey has been helpful to you. It has been such a pleasure to connect. I look forward to the next time that we get the chance to meet again. Enjoy the rest of your day.